All right, guys, we're gonna work on today for Tuesday. It's a video lesson and we're gonna practice multiplying binomials. That's when you have 2 times 2. So these are the factors and we're gonna multiply them to get the end product. I know you guys remember the box method, so this is a review of the box method. So I said x plus 1 times x plus 2, x plus 2. All right, so let's do the work here. This right here is x times x. You bring these two together, and that gives you x squared. Then you're gonna multiply x times 1. I wish I had more hands. I bring down the x, and I bring over the 1. So x times 1 is just x, or 1x, whichever you prefer. Then here I have 2 times x goes here, 2 times x. Put that together and you get 2x. 2 times 1 goes here, and that gives you the 2. All right, let's practice that one more time. We've done this a little bit before, so I'm hoping this is a good review. This box here, I said x times x. You're just matching up these two, and that gives you x squared. This box here, you bring over the 1 and down the x. X times 1 is just x. This box here, you bring down the 2 and you bring over the x. 2 times x gives you the 2x. This box here, bring down the 2, bring over the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So that's the math. Now we have to organize it. Well, I have 1x squared, so this is x squared. I have a 2x and an x, so they are like terms. So 2 plus 1 gives you 3x. And then I'm just left with a 2. That's my answer. So x plus 1 times x plus 2 equals that. X squared plus 3x plus 2. All right, let's do one more practice. So I have a video on here just like, this video right here. And I'm also going to put another YouTube video on there for you to watch as well in case you need a little bit more practice. So I'm going to do x minus 1 times x minus 3. Those are the two factors. Now I'm going to set it up. It's that wonderful box method that we've done a lot of. Okay, so I have x minus 1, x, don't forget the minus 1, it has to be a negative. X minus 3, here's your x minus 3. So that's how I set that up. Setting it up is half of the problem, so just make sure you're confident with that. So here's my x, bring down the x, bring over this x. X times x, x squared. This one here, bring down the x, bring over the negative 1. X times a negative 1, negative x. If you want to say negative 1x, you can do that way as well. Negative 3 times, come over with the x. Negative 3 times x is a negative 3x. Now, bring down the negative 3, bring over the negative 1. 2 negatives make a positive. So that just gives you 3. Okay, so you've done the math. Let's organize it. Here's your x squared. There's not any other squares, so that's the only one. Here's an x. Here's an x. Negative 3 plus a negative 1 gives you a negative 4x. And then you've got your 3. So think about this. When you're filling out the boxes, you're multiplying. So when you're doing the boxes, you multiply. When you're finishing and you're answering, you're adding. Just a little side note for that. Let me step back so you can see everything. If you need to look over this lesson, you can freeze it and go back, look at the first one, look at this one, and I'll also add another video that I found on the internet that I like as well. Again, if you need me, let me know, email me, have your parents text me, I'll FaceTime, and I'm always on the computer from 11 to 12. So please join me, I will help with anything you need.